All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the AEGIS stream. Our road to Kickstarter stream, the last one that we have scheduled for the year currently. We've returned, and we're going through more stuff for AEGIS 2, aka AEGIS Second Ignition, aka AEGIS Season 2, aka kickstarting January 17th, which is in 33 days of this recording. Oh man, we're gonna be. I'm so ready. So yeah. Yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying their holidays out there. So my name is Breeze. I'm the creator person for Aegis, and today we're testing another hotly requested thing. Or on the schedule, it says we're supposed to be testing campaign mode. I've been doing some of that in real life, but it hasn't like panned out yet, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to test 3-player. Everybody loves 3-player and wants a better actual 3-player rules. So we're going to Epic, please mute.
Oh my.
So anyway, so yeah, there's always requests for 3-player rules to actually exist in our rulebook. Currently they just kind of don't. So specifically today though, we're testing 3-player Starpoint Arena. Starpoint Arena is the new mode in Aegis 2. It has a whole bunch of features that are kind of answers to common criticisms of Aegis 1. As we played it on the last few streams, the general gist is your robots revive, you alternate activating robots, and you try to capture the titular star points on the map to deal damage to your opponent's Valor, which is basically their HP. So we've tested that at 4-player recently. We've tested a 2-player a bunch on stream. We're still like noodling stuff about the rules for it here and there, trying to make it so every type of team is viable in this mode, because I think it's like one of the marquee aspects of Aegis 2 is this new mode. But we haven't tested 3-player. We've tested 3-player a few times in real life. It's pretty wonky. So this is going to be a version of 3-player that actually maybe works well. Just changing, it requires a couple extra rules when you're actually playing on this board made for 4 players. So we'll go over that in a bit. But for now, who is playing with us today? So I'm not. I'm actually going to bow out after the intro, because I'm all tapped out on holiday cheer. But so our 3 players today are Aegis regulars, Dars the Overdrive.
Hey there. I am here to challenge the assertion that every team is viable in this mode today, with Ganeth, who is criminally underplayed.
Yeah, no, Ganeth real strong in normal Aegis, but slower teams have had trouble in Starpoint historically. So we're gonna do that, and then we got Epic Impulse, former current Aegis champion. I don't think it's current actually, but he was Aegis champion at some point.
Me.
Yeah, technically you're the reigning Aegis world champ.
It is. Current champ is Dars. I am the former 2-time world champion, and yes, we are technically world champions because 3 continents participated in our Aegis tourneys.
What about So what team are you on, Epic?
I am running the criminally overpowered Ethereal team.
Yeah.
See if Ethereal can survive getting ganged up on 2 fronts.
Yeah, no. So Ethereal is one of our new main character default teams in Aegis 2, and her ability is that she can move twice. Her whole team can move twice, which is actually just really good in this game mode. So she's our control group to see if she's just going to win Starpoint every time. So we're keeping an eye on the balance there. And then player 3, Solid Snake 120.
I'm back. Maybe I'll try and win this time. We'll see. I don't know.
So yeah, and then hosting is Yampy.
Indeed.
and it will be up to Yampy to make impromptu rules calls because I'm going to fall asleep. But hopefully everyone has everything they need. So what else? So yeah, 3-player Starpoint. It's like 4-player Starpoint, except you literally just blot out some of the star points on the far end of the board near the player who's not the start zone of the player who's not playing. We do that because having 4 points is a lot. 4 points was balanced around having 4 players vying over control of all of them. But if there's too many points and not enough robots, then the game resolves itself really quickly. So we're going to blot out 2 of those star points in 3-player, and we're going to try out a new menu of star die abilities. In Starpoint, you can pay an energy to roll a die with your robots, and what happens is you get like a whole suite of different surprise abilities depending on what die you roll, the die you roll lands on. Normally, it does like a series of things, and this time it's doing a slightly different series of things that will hopefully benefit slower teams more and affect multiplayer a bit more, because 3 now divides damage. Rolling a 3 will divide 3 damage among up to 3 enemy robots, and then 2 and rolling a 2 and a 4 will do different movement shenanigans than normal. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Yampy, your host, whomst will guide you through the game and provide amazing critical commentary. Everyone, talk through your thought processes as you make moves. Make it entertaining for the viewers at home. And with that, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You
Until
too, Breeze.
And to you.
Go
Or
to bed.
maybe we'll do a Christmas stream. I don't know. We have to talk about it. All right.
And to
So,
you.
but if we don't, we'll do it in January. All right, cool. See you guys later.
See yas.
Yo. All right. So we still have to decide who's going first, I suppose, don't we?
Yes, we do roll the dice. Or
I'm
do we?
using this one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just roll the big star point dice. Ah, champ. Okay, got a 5 on the big dice. Okay, that's. You can just use R if you want, Snake. Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. So 2. I had 2. So.
Yeah. So I guess we'll do. Dars and go. Do you want to go clockwise or counterclockwise?
I think clockwise is normal, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, opening moves. My team is pretty slow. So I'm just going to move Ganeth's Gamera 100 2 spaces to the start point, and I'm going to roll the die for 1 energy. Alright. So now I'm going to look over at the menu options and actually see what they do now that I've decided to activate the die. A 2. Move any Starpoint bot 2 hexes. That is marginally useful. Okay, I will move Ganeth forward 2 spots. And that is my activation.
Oh right, it works like machine chess, right?
Yep.
I do need a ruling. I hate to be that person, but does using the star point count as attacking?
It does not. It's
Okay.
Breeze describes it as like a light. It's basically just like you can do it for free. I believe it's once per star point per robot's activation, right?
Yeah. And it occupies that weird space of like it's not technically using an action in the
So
same way that like combining isn't. So
I can't like star point and then Aether Wind out.
No.
Basic. Okay, just make sure. My first activation will be the Ive onto the star point. And now it is my turn to roll the big dice. Oh right, I forgot to set my energy counter. I probably should do that before I forget. Oh, where are the energy counters?
It's
yeah,
at 0.
Get me an extra one while I'm at it.
Get me like 2 while you're at it, because I can't find them at all. Are they in the? They're not in the bag. Oh,
Green
right.
bag over here.
Okay. Let me actually count that up. 3, 7, 10, 18. Not a bad number. So that will be 4 energy.
I mean, considering how efficiently Ethereal uses energy.
Yeah, but I always like having. Is it a me team if I don't have 20 plus energy?
Don't you
On
usually
start?
settle like 21, 22?
Yeah. Okay. 6. All of the above. Wait. How did Kenneth get off the?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, right. Okay. So I can't do that. I think I will just gain 5 energy. Just net like. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll just net 1 energy. Why not?
There you go.
Can't go wrong with that. That's a turn, or that's an action.
Cool. My turn?
Yes.
You go.
Okay. I don't have access to the drawing implementation. Just a heads up. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
that's
neither
weird.
do I.
They are grayed out. Just as a heads up. But I'm going to move the Esha 200. I'm going to use its ability Accelerate 6. So I'm going to just pay 6 energy to move it 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4,
Alright, so
5.
this is actually an interesting one that I don't think's come up. Since Accelerator replaces the activation of the robot, would that mean that you couldn't use the Starpoint with that robot since they're not active?
That's an interesting question.
And because, I may pay 6 energy and move it up to 6 hexes. So I only need to move it up 5.
I mean, I guess if it says instead of activating, so a strict wording or a strict like following of that wording would imply that it wouldn't be able to activate a star point? Question mark.
I feel like that's how it works as worded. Although technically, I think as worded right now, you can't actually combine with the robot after you accelerate, because combining requires having activated the robot. But we all know that's not the intention of Accelerator. So.
Although if it's only 5 spaces away, you could just move 5 spaces to the star point
That is
normally.
true. Yeah. So I'll just do that. I'll just do my normal movement. So I'm trying to think, like, what would be the point, like, just being able to go a single extra spot? Like,
The point of Accelerator is that you can combine for free. That's like the real draw of it.
Yeah. So you essentially get 6 movement, so 1 extra, and then also whatever the cost of the combine you would go into.
It's super
Oh.
energy efficient.
Okay, that's cool.
So you could
Wow,
basically
so-
shove it into your Izzy and just
Yeah.
not pay the 5 combined cost.
That's
So like if let's say your Esha is weak or your Izzy is weak, you could just
Mhm.
shove it right over and then.
That's cool. I will then just use my normal movement, and I'll spend one energy to roll the giant dice. 6. I guess. I will choose to send 3 damage, I guess, at the I 400.
Right.
Righteous.
So the bloodshed begins. Just let it be
Okay.
known you have shed first blood here.
Well, technically, the giant dice did, but no, that's
Who chose to roll it?
valid point. Valid point.
Okay.
I am done.
So let's see. I suppose I'm going to move my Innate 200 onto the star point, and I'm going to activate it. Can very quickly see that my goal here as Ganth is going to be just using this star point as much as possible. Okay, move an ally 4 hexes toward a star point. That actually gives me something interesting. So, if I have to move straight to a star point, can it be a star point of my choice?
That's how it seems to be written. It says A and not like this, so.
Okay.
They're like the furthest star point or something.
Because if we go like the furthest star point, then I could essentially have just, move forward 4 spaces. But I am actually just going to move Ganeth onto the star point here. And that will be my turn.
All right, it is my go. Bethril, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it has 7 movement, and then spend an energy to roll the big dice.
I feel like the big die is like the best mechanic in Starpoint.
I'm gonna be upset if the box doesn't have a big die in it.
6.
Alright, everyone can roll 6s but me.
Breeze has confirmed that there will be a big die.
Beautiful.
The real question, will the big die also be used in the fishing mode?
I'm going to do 3 damage to the Esha.
Makes sense.
Alright, I can just track the damage on the T-Sim board. Okay. And that'll be that action.
Cool. I will then move Izzy to my star point for 2. So it respawns with it since me at 7. I'm gonna spend 1 to roll the dice.
Oh, your energy stays down though, since we're not going new turn.
Oh, right. So it was 13 and then so 11. Boop.
There you go.
Or move ally 4 spaces towards a thingamajig. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will be my turn.
Alright. I'm going to move my Sen. 1, 2, I think. Ooh, no, is that clip cover? I think that clip's
It's the
cover.
clip
Looks
cover.
like it, yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'm just gonna go 2 to there instead. That one works for sure. And I'm going to take a shot at Ethereal with the Sen 500's EP Laser Zeta CRT. So 2 energy to move, 4 to fire. Okay, so I got a 1. I'm going to spend 1 to use its native reroll 1.
Right.
And
Saturn.
that will hit.
That is a damage.
The most expensive 1 damage.
Hey, look, it could have been a 6, and that could have turned it into like 2 damage.
You know, it's okay. This puts Ethereal into dying to the 3 damage range.
Also, I'm really sorry if I crash my mug into my mic. I realize I have to like keep this thing close to my mouth for volume. Bose, fix your mics, please.
All right. Your turn.
That is my go. I'm going to spend... Ooh. They're doing some dangerous things. So I'm going to do something... Let's do something... Is it time to do something silly, chat?
It's always time to do something silly on the Aegis
We're going to
stream.
do the E-Jet, and we're going to move 4. Well, we're going to spend 4 energy, but because this has Jet, this is 8 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to hit your Sen, and we're going to target your Sen.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Well, actually, you'd be in range no matter what, so we're just going to risk it. And we're going to hit your Sen with the guns, which will splash to your innate.
Bring it. Let's see it.
So this is roll 4. 4s are higher hits, but it also has critical. So let's hope for 2 6s.
Roll 2. It is a 2 energy attack.
Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll just pick 2 different dice.
There we
Oh,
go.
I thought it was... I'm
That'd be
so used to Enders.
wild.
I'm so used to Enders as my E-type.
And aren't some of the Aegis 1 Esha, or not Esha, E-Jet, doesn't the Aegis 1 E-Jet have 4 dice?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah, I
of.
think so.
Yeah, so this trades... Honestly, a lot of, like, trade damage for energy efficiency, and I love it for some of these models. Even I think the Aisha Ender, I'm like, I like this more for Accelerator. No, not the Aisha Ender, the Salzar Ender. Okay, so that's 1 damage to them both.
And I will trigger Return Fire.
Ooh.
So the question is... Yeah, I'm going to throw Gannett's 100mm cannon at you. So that is a 50-50 2 damage.
Okay. That failed, which I think triggers your reload.
Yes, so for the rest of the turn, all of my robots have reroll 1.
That's fine. I will trigger Aether Wind, so I can move for free by spending 3 energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get to the center, and I will roll the big dice. We love big dice.
Ethereal, everybody.
It's a very, very loaded turn.
2, so I can move any Starpoint bot 2 hexes.
Would you like to move that E-Jet?
No. Well, actually, I probably should, but
Angry Einer is approaching.
Angry Einer is indeed approaching. But the thing is, Angry Einer can't approach further this turn.
Yeah, he can.
He
I
can.
used
That
an
was
ability-
movement from the star
Yeah.
die.
He hasn't moved.
Oh,
Angry Einer is approaching fast.
I'm trying to think. It's 2 hexes, and let's see what you... This can move 6.
You can move closer this way.
You're within 5.
Yeah, so I could pull back. So I'm not punched in the face. Because I assume Jet doesn't kick in here, and I don't think you have ways to... Yeah, you know what? You could have the star point. I'm I'm sorry. Yeah, this puts my Icha in a very uncomfortable position, but we have to do this. All right, it is your go.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, so question. First Gambit.
So it would have
Is
been
it-
on that Esha you used first.
Is it?
Yeah,
Because
so it's
it's-
the first of the turn, and because this is all one long turn.
Okay.
So when we get to the end of everyone having activated their robots, you get another pass on first.
Right.
Gambit.
I was gonna ask
Well,
if
the Esha
each
didn't attack,
turn-
right? Because it's the first robot you use an action
Oh, that's
with.
right.
So
It's
Yeah.
the first one you used an action with, which so far you haven't used any actions.
Right.
So you could do it if you plan on using the action on your arc. You could say, "All right, I'm taking 1 damage." Oh wait, no. So when you take the action, you could say, "I'm going to take 1 damage and add X."
Yeah, like, So, yep, I'm just gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me get my.
Star point for you. Star point into move a star point bot.
Yep. I'm going to then.
I'm calling it right now. It'll be star point move a star point bot. You get
I
the
wanna-
punch anyway.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna take 1 damage on him to give me +1 damage.
Okay.
Righteous.
So he's down to 4. And I take. That was 6 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna use Desperate Arc Vulcan on your E-Jet.
Okay. So this will be 2 damage if you roll all 2s.
Yes.
I mean 2s or higher. That is 2 damage to my E-Jet.
Yes. And I will use 1 energy to roll big dice. 2 move.
Move any star point bot.
I called it.
I'm gonna move your ethereal back too.
Okay.
you can't move it over the cover with the Starpoint
so
move.
It would
but,
have to go around.
Even though it's flying.
Oh yeah. It does have
yeah,
Even though
so
it's
the
flying.
flying works if I forget the specifics, if it's the robot moving itself or whatever, but like other move effects affecting the robot don't like let it fly or whatever.
You can think of it as between turns they have essentially landed.
Okay. That will be my turn.
Okay. Unfortunately, almost all of my range is exhausted already. However, I can go. I guess. Okay. That is how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm going to go with my Actel. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. And that will be my activation.
My turn. Wait, no. Aetherwind specifies attack. Wait, actually. Could I do this? Do I have the energy for this is the first question. I do, and it's silly. It's always time to be silly, right, chat?
Damn straight.
All right, let me actually count range. Oh wait, no, I don't have range for this. Yeah, no, I'm just out of range for a silly play. So we won't do that. So we're gonna just move 4 with my Amor. And that'll be it. No loaded turns for me this time.
We are at that point in the turn cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll just move my good old go a couple spaces and 1, 2, 3, and that'll put me 1, 2, 3 at 1 point, at 1 energy, and that's all I can do. So, my
Okay.
turn.
I am going to move my Goth 1 space, and that is my activation.
Right. I am going to move my. I'm going to move my Gloth 3 spaces, and that's my activation. So I think if I count this right, because the ones in front of us, well, I guess if I count this right, we both take a damage, right? Me and Dars?
We both
take
take
3.
3.
3.
Because I'm on the middle point.
Yes,
So
the
you've been
middle
in the
point's
middle.
worth 2, and then each of these are worth 1.
Right, okay. Okay.
So I take 1.
Oh, wait, so that means I take 4.
We're not end of round yet, are we?
Oh, right, no. Yeah, right. Right, right. Snake, you have to move your last spot.
Oh.
Or say you're not doing it. Okay, there we go. Now we do it. So I'm taking 4 damage.
I will take 3.
I take 1.
Then recharge. Beautiful. All right. I will begin with my Innade. My Innade?
I was always more of a fan of lemonade myself.
My cute little soccer ball grenade robot. Grenade turtle. Yeah, I gotta get the Starpoint activations where I can. So, Innate is going to spend 1 to use the Starpoint first. Alright. 3 damage spread among Starbots. We're gonna do 1 damage to the Esha,
Okay, that's blown up.
and then the remaining 2 damage to Einer.
Oh, to the arc?
Or actually, we're gonna do another 1 damage to the Ive back here, and then the last one to
Okay.
Einer. And then,
A lot of value out of that.
yeah, it's not bad. Then the Innate is going to move 1 space. And I'm going to spend 2 to use its Big Bang Grenade targeting the E-Jet. So that is a 5 range radius of 1. We're out here making moves.
Isn't that
Oh wow.
radius-
Is that 4 damage? Wait, I forgot. Is that,
4
oh, that
It does
damage.
have crit. Wow.
dang. So that's a damage to each of us.
Isn't that
It's just radius of 1.
yeah?
Oh, is,
Oh, it's radius
So-
1.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I take.
Okay.
I
eight
got
damage.
overzealous with my drawing giant circles.
With the circles.
I was like, hold on. No, excuse me, because we were. Could you have targeted that middle space where there was no bot, so we would both be
No.
hit?
There has to be like a target, like a thing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
I
if
also
you,
don't have the range to hit that spot, even if I could.
but like for example, on a standard game, what people have done is drop a token there to give a target and then blast that.
Aha.
So
Just get
So-
wild and silly.
people do get wild and silly.
I once made a team that was built around using the defense boosted, like the gun that boosts its own defense, and then with the commander that gives you reroll when you target an ally, and where you move the gun to the middle of the enemies and just blow it up so that you get the reroll since you're targeting your own bot.
Yeah, so absolute silliness. Alright, so that's my activation. Have fun with your 3 robots for the turn.
And wait, 3 robots. Oh yeah, I did lose my jet. Yes. So I have a grand total of 10 energy for this turn.
Wait, I think the recharge is at the start of the round. So like I think you
Oh.
would get your energy for all your robots. It's just they would have
Can't.
been spawned, or they would have been killed after producing energy.
Yeah. So you just don't get the robots.
Yeah, so they wouldn't
next turn.
respawn immediately, but you would have gotten the energy from them before they were destroyed, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So I'm at 18, and then at the end of this round, they're back in my spawn zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so we never truly have like the dead turns of no energy.
That's right.
This changes things.
You can just have dead turns of no robots.
Let's see. Question is, problem is like I should. Well, currently Snake is in the lead, and I do want to. I should probably set my goals to around equalizing.
You know, say what you will about my team's ability to hunker down and kill things. It takes like a 2 full turn cycle for me to get to the middle spot with anything.
Yeah, so you have to rely on murder.
Yeah.
The
murder
star
and-
dive does seem to have helped with the mobility a bit, though, with the new 4.
It helps a little bit, yeah. I think it could probably just be move something 4 hexes, because as it is now, you can essentially do that anyway. So just make it 4 hexes, eliminate some of the questioning.
Problem is, I don't have a 4-range attacker now to do things to Einer. But
You gotta move in close.
I gotta get in close. I could like get in and hope for 2 crits, but that's probably not happening. But if I attack it, I soften it up for Einer up for you, or to force Einer to retreat.
Yeah. Which still opens up that middle spot anyway for someone to move in.
Yeah,
Which
so
more likely you than me with my speed.
yeah. So what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Move with the Amor, and then Heart Fencer Einer. 1, 2. So that's going to be 2 damage. And technically I moved from like here-ish, and then I'm going to spend 3 energy to go on a star point.
Then the 4th to use the die. Sinister.
1. Combine with ally. So wait, hold on. Let me just make sure I counted energy right. 4. So I get to combine with an ally. So I'm gonna combine it with. Oh, this is tricky.
So you make the Echo 2222, and then you get to super blitz the Glaw up.
Good. Yeah, pretty much. I guess I will just do that. But it does mean I will lose an activation this turn, but oh well. So I will combine into ride the circuit.
There you go.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna put these here for now. Then I will use Super Blitz to move an ally for free. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that is turn.
Okay. I am going to 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move my Shah up. I am then. 1, 2, 3. I am then going to combine the Shah and my Go together to make Go 3000 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Interesting.
Oh, and did you see the change to the Go as well on that list that I sent you?
Yes.
Am I the only one who likes to stack his tokens?
I do like a nice stack.
Right?
It just doesn't play too well when they auto turn back to not align with the grid.
I think that's in like your rotation degrees setting. Like if you set it on 15 or whatever, it shouldn't change them like the little number kind of in the top middle rightish of the screen. If you set that to 15 degrees, it shouldn't like make them auto change or whatever, if that makes sense.
With his ignition, he activates immediately after combining. So I get to move him and stuff, right?
Yes.
So how do we run Ignition with the alternating turn order? Because Ignition basically gives you an activation for the turn.
I
So would it just
believe
put him into the turn
currently as
rotation?
written, it activates like immediately. So
Okay.
that was the
I'm
last
fine
I
with
heard
playing
from
that
Breeze.
much.
So
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And I will fire at your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Glob 400 using his mortar shell barrage.
Are you gambiting or firing or rolling too?
Just
How are
rolling.
you reaching the Glaw? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It does have arcing, so that is. Wait, no, that's 7, I think. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yep. Okay. Never mind. My bad. I miscounted. I guess I'll just fire at your big.
Yeah, hit that one instead.
Yep. I'll just go after biggin. And
So it is 2
Oh.
5-up now with no Gambit. As of the most recent patch notes.
Why is it 5-up?
For
Balance concern.
yeah,
No, it's, yeah.
yeah, having a what 25% chance of doing 4 damage at 6 range, kind
It
of
was-
disgusting.
It was pretty nasty in testing. Yeah, that one's in the patch notes I sent you.
I see the Go 8K.
Level 2s.
That the Go 2K?
Yeah, on the patch notes, and it says 3K on the card.
Okay. Well, I guess Gambit is I pay 1 energy, right?
It also doesn't have the Gambit anymore. But Gambit is you can
Okay.
pay any amount into it to roll that many extra dice. But
Okay.
if 2 fail, the whole attack fails.
Okay.
But as it is, it's just 2 5-up
Oh,
with arcing.
with arcing. Oh. Alrighty then. Well, I guess I already combined, so I guess I'll just do that then.
Okay, so that is 2 damage.
I'm going to re-roll the 3 using his re-roll 1.
Okay, so that'll be 1 energy for the reroll.
Yep. Once per turn. Okay, so just 2 damage then.
Only 2 damage. Okay.
That was.
Can I do anything comparable to that? Probably not this turn.
Okay.
We'll try anyway. So I'm going to go. Using my Gamera, I'm going to spend 1 on the star die. Three. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna ping Ethrail.
Guessing you're taking out Einer for the
No,
1.
I'm gonna do 1 to Ethrail. I'm gonna make that 2 to Ethrail and 1 to the Izzy.
Oh, setting them up to be killable.
Will Epic have any robots left by the time of the round ends? We'll find out.
Probably. Will I have robots or Valor by the time this round ends?
Okay, now we'll spend 1 with Ganeth to attack using the 100mm cannon targeting Einer. It's a 50-50. I rolled it once already, so surely this time has to be a 100% chance. That's how math works, right? Or it can be a 1 twice in a row.
I like that outcome.
Okay, so all my robots have reroll again this turn.
In Aegis, that's how the math works more of the time than not.
Yeah. Okay, you're up, Epic.
All right. Let's see, is anything killable over there?
Over
No.
here. But that Einer's pretty tasty.
That Einer is pretty tasty. I gotta bite the cake. I gotta eat the cake. 1, 2. We're going to spin just for 2. Oh, whoop. Then, so no Gambit. I just need a 3 or higher to finish this off. All right, that's 1 damage to Einer. I will spend 3 energy to move again. my Starpoint now.
And don't forget to take a Valor damage as well for
Yeah,
the
and then
designer was a 1 level.
I roll on the Starpoint dice. 3. Wow, so many 3s this run. Let's see.
So you've got the Echo, the Izzy, and my Gamera.
I don't get pinged if I... Wait, this doesn't ping, right?
Correct. It doesn't deal Valor damage if you kill something with the...
I ping my own Echo off the board.
A wise decision.
And
Then you
then...
get 2 more to distribute.
Yes, I got 2 more dashes of pain.
Gotta say, I'm liking the distributable version.
Same. It feels a lot more flexible. I'm gonna put him on the go. Smack that go up. Smack the go for 2.
The go's not on a Starpoint.
Oh, right. Okay. I am. I am. All right. I guess 2 to the Gamera.
And I took offense to that. Alright. Question time. So that doesn't count as an enemy doing it, right? Or does it? Because it says an enemy, not an enemy robot. For return fire.
Our Starpoints are enemies.
Interesting.
I mean, in the immortal words of Imagine Dragons, everybody wants to be my enemy.
Wow, I wish Breeze was here.
Probably somewhere in there.
It feel like my intuitive sense would say no, but I don't know if that's the intent or not.
So
We need
on
to,
one
we,
hand,
we need to know how the Starpoints are attacking. Like, is it a laser from above, or is it just like a magical like, I'm suddenly got acid reflux and I don't feel good kind of damage. Like,
Breeze has always described it as a meteor, so
just chucking a meteor that somehow we're able to divide now and aim at specific targets. So I guess the 2 ways to look at it are you can divorce the star die entirely from being enemy whatever. That keeps it nice and neutral. Or
That's
if you
what I
make it enemy, then you can, I guess it buffs return fire teams?
Also
intuitively I feel like it's the first of those. But
I
Same.
feel like that makes the most sense, personally.
Question to save for Breeze when he wakes up.
Yeah, I've just been posting my thoughts as they come up in feedback.
so would we doing return fire or
I
should
say
I
no.
go?
I say
I
no.
would say no for now.
Okay. I will use my 5 points then to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll move Izzy. Boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just, I guess.
Well, it was
use
nice.
this-
Now you.
I'll do Starpoint, I guess.
All right.
it took its time deciding what to roll.
It did. It did indeed.
It wanted to be dramatic about it.
I guess I will
That guy.
move
Hit that guy.
this guy two moves.
Ow.
I'll shift
Can I
him
make
up
a
a
request
point.
as to his placement?
No.
Just
No.
put him like right there instead. Just put him right there.
How about we stop ganging up on me?
I'm good.
You chose the spot in between the 2 of us. Okay. So now, have you both already activated everything?
I got nothing.
Cool,
So
free reign. It's an actual turn of Aegis now.
yeah. So you get free reign, but then I start the next turn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Scary, I know.
Going for
Hmm.
Next round, Epic's robots for sure won't all be blown up before he has the chance to take a turn.
Can I 5D chess this? No. Okay, I'm just going to move the Goth up 2 to start. And spend 1 on the star die. Okay. Gamera, you're in. Then I am going to use the Goth's action to combine, spending 4 energy. I will make the Innate 2000. Here. And with its on combine, I will buffs end with the round, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So the bubble grenade's not gonna last this turn.
Okay.
But the blast
And-
grenade will do damage.
Yeah. To my Gamera as well, because radius 2.
Small price to pay to dent a Gla.
Just touch it slightly.
Just to poke it slightly. Just
Okay.
give it a little tap. What could go wrong?
Now, I will spend 2 and move the Actel forward 2 spaces. And spend 2 energy using its critical long lance. Targeting your Glaw. I guess I'll move it. I'll spend the last 2 energy to move it the extra 2 for its full movement to the Starpoint, since I can still make that target. Okay, so 2 dice. 2s or higher. Okay, so that is 2 damage to the Glaw.
That's a nice poke.
Alright. Turn over.
All right.
End of round. Tally it up.
So I deal no damage.
Ping for 1.
Okay,
Alright.
take 1. And I will ping for 3.
I'm on my last Valor point. I'm in danger.
If I remember correctly, it was somebody hits 0 and then you play 1 more round after that, right?
Yeah, we go into overtime, and whoever has the lowest or whoever has the highest score wins.
I'm almost wondering what the point of starting at doing it that way if you're counting down. If you're just gonna enter overtime, why not just have it be a count up?
It probably should just be a count up at that point, yeah. I mean, I guess the point is that it just sets the limit for
Like someone dying is the timer. In essence.
yeah.
Which is
At that point it'd be counting up to 10, then we go 1 more round, so it functionally ends up being the same thing.
So who is that?
But also, I think people having a life total adds a sense of urgency. You feel worse with your life going down than you do with people's points going up. That's more of a mental thing. Okay, I recharge to 18. Okay.
Epic, you might be muted if you're talking.
Nah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
Deep
just thinking.
in thought.
Deep. I was very deep in thought. Thanks for snacking me out of that. All right. So I go first, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a carefully. Yeah, no, I was like deep in thought of like what to do here.
Oh,
Who to
before we
move
move
first.
forward, actually, I guess this might be a semi-important question. What happens to destroyed combined robots? Do they go back into your pool of combines, or is that combine destroyed?
I think everything goes. It goes back into your pool, from what I remember. It's just you score more killing a combine.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Because you get the parts back, so I would think you'd be able to make the combine again. But...
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I've
that
never
is-
heard of any like rule to the contrary. So
let's see.
Remember when this Actel had 5 integrity? Wasn't that a wild time?
All right, I'm gonna start with my E-Jet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I will fire my guns. This is going to be 6 energy.
Who's your
Sure.
target?
I'm going to target the. Well, actually, can I fire and be out of range? Actually, wait. I'm going to put it here. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me actually count this because I didn't know I had retaliate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think no matter what, I'm going to be in range. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to be in range no matter what, I think.
Of the Izzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you both have 4 range.
Yeah, and plus the go is like backwards, so I'm just going to risk the blaze. Either way, I die. So I'm going to hit the Izzy with the guns. Show me 2 6s. Okay, that is 1/4, so they take 1 damage. Do you retaliate with the Izzy?
Yes.
All right, roll to fight back. All right, that is a miss. Then I will spend 3 energy to move back.
wait, question or well, so because the first gambit is the first robot you use an action with, and so this seems like this would trigger the first gambit now.
So this would be the time to trigger first gambit.
Oh,
So I
yes.
guess, do you want to give it something? I mean,
Do you want to damage it and try to re-roll that 1?
So
normally we would select the menu choice before rolling the dice,
Oh, yeah.
but since we didn't think about this ahead of time,
So because this is in essence, reaction, either I don't retaliate and I keep my first gambit,
Yeah.
or I retaliate and I just completely lose my first gambit.
yeah.
Yeah. We fucked.
I
we screwed
don't know
up,
how
but
I don't know how I like that, but
look.
I'll-
Yeah, it's definitely an
I'll-
interesting. I don't know if that's like intended, but that's definitely how it reads.
It's sort of intended to be a risky, like, your front runner is the one you put all your marbles on there.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I'm usually everybody gets one.
no,
one
it
oop.
I used it.
Okay.
If that's what the rules are, then I'll go with that.
But also your go takes 1 damage too.
Okay.
All right. And were you going to Aetherwind?
Yes, I am going to Aetherwind. I'm just trying to figure out where.
We also need to
Aether
get some
went-
kind of
Aether
wording.
went to this star point and spend 1 to roll the star die.
And I took offense to that.
That brings up an interesting question too, because first gambit is each turn. So does that mean if
4.
you're not playing alternating activations, that if you retaliate on your opponent's turn, you can also get it? Because that's...
Yeah, I think we originally intended for it to work with retaliate. But at the same time, the drawback is you are smacking your own guys in the face.
4.
So you can choose to double time smack your guys on your opponent's turn. But that also means they have taken damage to even trigger the retaliate to begin with.
Wait, it says 4 hexes towards a star point. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Parker. Wait, because he was here-ish, right? No, here. I'm trying to remember where this was. Because it had to have pulled the spin to... Oh, right, no, because you moved him 2 off this way. Then poked him. So 4 towards a star point. You know what? No. One, two, three, four. There we go. That's my start point move, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. I will move Einer 2 to that star point, and I will use star point ability. 3.
Ooh.
3 damage.
I will do 3 damage to your Gamera,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Okay, so thus far I have used nothing. This is my first turn. Okay. So it's likely I lose my Gamera on the next rotation, but I'm going to spend 1 with it on the star die.
Roll that 1.
Roll a 3 and ping yourself.
I don't actually have anything I can combine the Gamera with to make anything.
That's a 6.
My first 6. Okay. Ooh. That is interesting. I am going to put 1 damage on the Izzy
Okay.
and 2 damage on the E-Jet.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use Ganeth's 100mm cannon and attack the Izzy. So it's a whole lot to gamble on a 50-50, I guess, that I have yet to hit.
Maybe this is it.
Is not.
Damn, I believed. But it means your next action has reload.
All my robots have reroll.
Oh, the entire team? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
your whole-
reload was just made to be a blanket reroll 1 for the turn. Anyway, would you like to retaliate? Because I did target you, even if it missed.
Yeah, may as well.
Okay, targeting the Gamera.
That is a hit.
That is 1 damage. So it should be dead. Your Gamera should be dead.
Yes, my Gamera dies, so I take 1 point of damage, and I will return fire.
Blast grenade the team. Do it.
Take out my own team.
just to stop one EJ. I mean, it would take me out of the game. So is it worth?
I
Also,
will
don't forget
target.
Don't forget to take your Valor damage.
Yeah. I
Obviously, you
started with 6.
just blast the team and then move into Actal and combine to make the damage go away, right?
It will blow up my Sen.
Well, no, it's 1 damage, not 2.
Oh yes, that is right. It is 1 damage. It's not that good.
Yeah.
Good, not that good. Um,
Or
I
you
am
could-
actually going to use the bubble shield to target your E-Jet, and I'm
Oh.
going to attempt to to defense buff all 3 of us.
Huh, that's a play.
All right,
That-
it succeeds. So
we
all
have-
3 of our robots get defense.
Surprisingly nice play. All right.
All right, and that was my turn, or my activation with the Gamera. So it is your turn, Epic.
So I'm gonna activate. I have very little energy from that last play. So what we're going to do
You could gambit it all and possibly kill the Actel.
I don't think that's possible. I'm probably dead this round, so I'm just going to commit the most violence possible. So I'm going to start with the Claw to the Starpoint. And we're going to roll this dice. We are hoping for a 4 or a 6.
All right.
That is a 2. Ready Starpoint box, 2 hexes. Huh. Oh, the Actel over here force you to spend energy. That unfortunately did not go as planned. I'm just gonna park and end.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to then spend 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to move my Ashro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then free combine with my Izzy.
Okay, so accelerating.
Yes. To create. Bow.
Question is, do you flicker?
Let's see.
Just realized this thing has 7 movement. That's wild. Probably fine given the health and energy efficiency on it. Evade 1's nasty though.
I will indeed move. How do I select the whole stack?
You have to
Oh,
like
you,
highlight
uh,
it.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, why people you have to highlight the stack and then grab it.
okay, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Boom. And
Fool.
people adjacent to it can't act this turn.
That is true fact.
Can't use actions. And that'll be my turn.
All right. I'm going to move 2 with my Sen to here. Right? No. That's silly. I just want to lob a grenade. My own Actel.
Don't we all want to lob grenades?
Well and truly. Oh, and make sure you fix your Izzy's HP.
Oh, right. It is. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Your Glaw has 4 integrity, the Izzy has 4. 4 all around. Okay, yeah, I'm going to spend 1, 2, 2, 4. 4 meets that number. They shake hands. This works. Okay, 2 energy with my Innate, and I'm going to lob the blast grenade at my Actel. Which succeeds for 1 damage to each of them.
Right.
Alright, your turn, Epic.
Oh wait, I was about to say. Oh, it doesn't have return fire. Okay. Oh wait.
I
It
have
has,
retaliate.
it only
Oh,
triggers if it's
I
an
have
enemy.
evade 1.
It's okay,
but
it's because
splash
I targeted my own robot.
But I have retaliate. But wait, no, I can't use actions on this bot because of flicker, right? Okay.
He also wasn't targeted.
Right. Oh, so right. That's the combined, not this.
Since I
So-
targeted my own Actel, it ignores... evade is if a robot's targeted, you have to roll higher. But since I targeted my own, it gets around that.
I can still retaliate, though, right?
No, retaliation is if you were targeted.
Yeah. You'd think I would know this, but
So, like, the different types of retaliating abilities in this game are... return fire is if something gets damaged. Retaliate is something gets targeted, even if it doesn't get damaged. And revengeance is if anything, or if any ally gets damaged.
Hmm.
So retaliate's the only one that doesn't require you to be damaged, but it does require you to be targeted, so it's vulnerable to AoEs. Alright, so what's your play, Epic? What do you got for me?
I am trying to think that out. This is hard. So I've so far activated my Glaw. I think I have to do a very... Oh no, my Glaw and my EJet. So I'm going to do the Ive onto Starpoint. Spend a die to roll the Starpoint die and hope for energy. Move any
Move a
Starpoint
star.
but 2 hexes. Does not help. Well, maybe could help.
There is a surprising lack of people who aren't epic on Starpoints.
Look, this means I could survive, maybe. Well, actually, no, I'm probably dead.
Yeah, I guess Snake shimmies over 1, and then
Yeah,
the
I mean,
countdown begins.
yeah, I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to instead Resident Fencer, the Actal.
How rude.
Well, actually, no, wait, it can't attack. And Quell, well, no, Quell won't do it. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't reach the go.
I mean, by all means.
I mean, quelling it won't be worth it anyway. Because it probably has everyone it could shell in one convenient spot. So I'm just gonna poke the Actel.
Okay.
That is a fail, but I get 2 energy for that.
From the recharge. Cool.
From the
Okay.
recharge. And that is turn for me.
Okie dokie. I guess I'll just move my go onto the star point and then use a magic point, whatever. 3.
3.
All right. Distribute damage. Can you
I guess.
kill that thing for me real quick.
Sure.
So is that
Uh,
2 damage or 3 damage? Because I have a defense buff.
I believe the last I heard was that the damage from the star points ignores defense buffs, but I don't remember if Dars, have you have you heard anything? Can you check me on that? That's the last thing I remember, but
That was also the last thing I remember, but I know we've gone through several iterations since then. So
I mean, I'll take that. That makes sense.
And then I guess I'll do 1 to your Gla. And then I have no points left or no energy left, so.
Okay.
time to go wild and crazy.
Well, I
Okay,
have
well, you still have 2 robots.
Yeah, and I have energy.
Okay, I will move the Sen over 1 spot and Star Die. Spending 2 energy.
Man, hold on, let me do math real quick. Did I math that wrong?
4. Move an ally 4 towards a star point.
So do you only lose a Valor if you take down a commander robot?
No, any robot.
So wouldn't that
but
put you at
the-
0 then?
so you don't lose Valor
No,
when your robot is destroyed from the star points effect specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have been throwing those 3s out more judiciously at things. Instead of just trying to get them in perfect killing range. And then
But sometimes-
failing most of the time because the Gamma hates me. Okay, so move any ally 4 hexes toward a star point. Ugh. I don't know that that's super advantageous for me right now, actually. I am going to... Okay, I guess math is in order. Fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm not going to activate that ability.
Do you get an option because you rolled it? Because it's not you may.
I believe,
Well, I
yeah,
think-
you can. If you, I
can
mean,
choose-
you still spent the energy and rolled the die, but like you could just choose not to use the thing you roll.
But like, for example, if you choose to do it, you have to go all 4. It wouldn't be like I stop at 3 because I debated doing that with the Gla, and then I was like, wait, I have to go all 4, which is why I wound up doing the Ive. But in hindsight, maybe I should have done like Ethereal and gotten her into position to do like recharge shenanigans or hope for them.
In the end, it would have all been hope for them, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
which is
either
always
way,
the scary part.
I'm pretty much dead at this point because I
Okay.
can't feasibly get the go off the point
Yeah.
because
So
I don't have
will...
the energy to roll star points.
I will use the Sen's action for the turn to combine, spending 7 energy. Make the big stack of Gothenade.
Oh jeez, and that is a lot of grenades fired.
Yeah, so I will first use the Magneto Grenade on Combine. And I will target my Actel.
A lot of movement.
Okay, so the Actel is going to go... yeah, so moving all three of them because it's an AoE of 3. The Glaw is going to go... let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay. The Izzy will go here. The Glaw will go here. The Actel will go here. This robot is big brain stuff, I guess. The problem is I can't get out of this without hurting my own stuff.
But I mean, you ping your Actel once
Yeah.
to Arcing Rust, what, 3 bots? I mean, you could even choose not to just say, I'm not firing this, and go, this won't get me anything.
No, I'm going to do it. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah. I'm going to hit the Izzy now with the Rust Buster Grenade. So that'll damage my Actel for 1, the Izzy for 1, and the Glaw for 1. And it will rust all of them.
And since that's a direct target, the Izzy can retaliate against this one.
I don't
I
have
suppose I should
energy.
hit the Glaw with it then to avoid
Well,
that, yeah.
Then that gets my...
I don't
too.
have energy to retaliate, so.
That's true. So yeah, I'll actually hit the Glaw because that also hits the Ive. Forgot, I have 6 range.
And 3 radius.
Yeah. I don't have the 5 range from the little guy now. And then I will hit... Then I will use the shield grenade targeting the Izzy so that it will defense 1 all of them.
So evade it doesn't impact combined abilities because they just instantly work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
since we're not rolling dice.
Yeah.
Okay. That is my activation. Alright, so you're up, Epic.
All right. I mean, I am just going to put the Echo... Well, actually, I'm just going to move the Amor up to... That's really it. Actually, you know what? I'm tempted for giggles to dab at my own Echo and see if I get 4 energy.
Just go crazy.
Just might as well. Let's do it. Nope. Nope. That's instead 2 damage. What the hell is this black box? Here.
That's weird.
Well, that's my energy.
See, if Dars was doing that, you know he would have gotten the 4 energy, but...
I know. Big brain plays. Nate, you're up.
And he's out of energy.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to spend 1 to use the star die with my Octel. Move any Starbot to. Well, ain't that plumb convenient. I'm going to move the Go. What are its ranges? High. the go can just come over here.
I think that was 3 spaces, but
Oh, yes, that was actually 3. 2 spaces, and then the Octel spending 2 to use its critical long lands, targeting Okay, so if I go with the Izzy, it's gonna cost me 3 ups. But I just have to simply not miss. So I will do that. Oh, actually, know what? Never mind. I cannot use the Actel's actions for this turn because you did flicker next to it. So ignore the lance.
Hi.
That is my turn, I believe. Yes? Yes, that's all I've got. Okay, so
Epic, have you
have
used all your
Ephraim Hill.
robots? Or... Okay.
I have no energy.
No energy. So that means Epic will still get to go first. So
Well,
end of round.
Wait,
Is
don't
that
I
how
die?
it works, or does it since his
Oh wait, I'm not dead?
No,
You
you're not.
will be, but you're not like eliminated. It's just the game is like you play one more round now, and then whoever has the lowest score at the end, or whoever has the highest score at the end wins. So it's just like
guess-
you can still play. You're not like eliminated. It's just you're probably not gonna win.
So I'm at
Okay,
what,
so-
-1?
Yeah. So I do 2 to both of you, and then I take 1 from Epic.
Both, yeah, you both take one from me.
Okay. So actually, how do we decide this? Is it last person to have robots to activate, or is it just last turn? Because I guess it's technically Epic's turn since he has 1 robot to activate.
That's how I
he
would
has no energy.
assume, because he still has like the activation.
Okay, so it's Ethereal activates and does nothing. So it would be Snake's turn. Okay, so we'll recharge. Oh, and I guess I'll respawn my Gamma.
That's
Right here.
G,
10,
that's
15
6,
energy.
11, 17.
The real question is, are we gonna see an Arc Infinity to close out the game?
That one's a rough one to try and make on this turn structure. I also don't know.
Well,
that
because of
it's-
how Final Ignition works, it's theoretically possible because this would instantly activate if he combined that with Final Ignition, and then the Arc Infinity would instantly activate, and the Arc Infinity would take. It's still as Arc Buster, right? It would take all 3 turns from Arc Buster just immediately, rather than like alternating, because that's currently how Breeze has that working. So
Looking at Final Ignition also has different wording from regular Ignition. This is funky.
I don't even know what Final Ignition is. Like, I see it on Arc Infinity, but I don't know what it does.
it's
can read
also
the
on the
Art
Art Go, but it just basically, it's like Ignition, but it also generates its energy. So you build it, basically you get your energy back, and then it gets to activate.
Okay.
Whether this thing should have Final Ignition or regular Ignition has been a constant back and forth. It feels like it's terminally in a place of needs something in the middle, but we're not adding a new on-combine ability in a side set.
Turn is it? Hello?
Howdy.
Okay, just make sure I can be heard.
Ah, good.
Is it whose turn is it?
Yep, it's
yours.
you're up first this
Sorry.
round.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're fine.
I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One. No, out of range. That's fine. But I could. Yeah, I'm gonna first action or first gambit to give it plus or distance 1. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's movement distance. That's not attack distance,
No,
right?
it's attack distance.
It's attack distance, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I will. He takes 1 damage, and then I'll use Desperate Arc Vulcan, to try and hit Actel.
All right.
So that's. Boop. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. I said the board of mine. Okay, so it just takes 1 damage.
Okay, so I will now activate my Revengeance with the Gothenade. Once per turn, after any ally takes damage, this robot may activate. So I am going to first, and here's the fun part since it has overload, because it's not moved, I can use all of its actions when I activate it.
So
I think
real
it's
quick,
2
I'm
actions, right, and
curious.
not all of it.
I'm curious, because you had your resurgence, does that mean I lose my ability to use my star point?
No, it would just mean, so I think the Gothenade would do its activation and then it returns to you to finish up like the rest of yours.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the activate immediately thing that Ignition does. And that it just goes, and then it's back to business as usual.
But I believe
Okay.
overload is just 2 actions and not all of the actions, I think.
Do we have the updated book on hand? Or actually, I guess I'll just check the old book. I don't think overload's changed. It might just be 2. Okay, yes, it is 2 of its actions. So, activating it, I'm going to move 3 spaces as part of its activation. Actually, part of its activation, I'm going to use the star die first. It just means I can't use it again for the turn because it's 1 robot per star point, right?
I believe so.
I'm curious. If you roll the ability that can move can move a unit off a star point. If you move my unit that's on the star point, but you resurgenced or whatever, or revengeance to take the turn where before I got to roll my dice, that means I lose the star point roll, right?
I guess so. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
so you are no longer on the point to use it. Woo! Okay. That's
interesting. Okay.
It's very interesting.
I actually wish I had now done my attacks first, because... No, we're doing it. I am going to combine. Ugh. That actually makes it super awkward, though. No, it's fine. So I'm going to combine using my Actel. Combining with the Gothenade. to make my Octel 9000. So on combine, it will ultra combine, allowing me to use all combine actions of its components, rolling the dice. The combine actions in this case being the Gothinades. So using it, I will first use the Magneto Grenade. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Targeting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the Glaw. So I'm going to roll 1 die. And it is 1, 2 up. Success. So I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. 1, 2. Right. 1, 2. Here. 1, 2 to there. Then I will use the Rustbuster Grenade, targeting the Glaw. Just die here right in the middle. Ooh. Okay, that's the one I wanted to hit. Reload will trigger, giving everything a reroll for the turn. And then I will use the Shield Grenade, targeting my Gamera. Which will succeed, giving my robots +1 defense.
I'm a little sad you didn't target the Izzy with one of the grenades, so that you could have, you know, like a retaliate within a revengeance within Solid Snake's turn.
Oh.
guess-
Okay. And then I believe that is everything. Just had to make it as complicated as possible. Back
Okay,
to you.
I'm gonna roll my dice.
Yes, now you may roll a die.
Now I may roll.
Oh no.
Okay, done.
What do you got? What do I got? I guess it is me. 3 with Ganeth. 1, 2, 3, and a 4 for the Starpoint.
Before you do Starpoint, I'm going to activate my Mega Resurgence activation key trigger, which will actually move my turn over to Epic, and then he is going to launch a barrage from space, which will then trigger my retaliation from underground.
I actually
Which will
kept 2 blue mana up to cast Counterspell.
See, by casting Counterspell, you've activated my trap card, Magical Hats, which takes my Izzy and my Arc and throws them behind Magical Hats. So you can't actually dispel. You don't know what to dispel. You see.
Oh, yeah, well, while I took damage, I drew a shield trigger, so now all your damage is negated.
Haha.
Cool, I'm just gonna move Starrot 2 spaces. Go away. I guess. Okay. Your turn, Epic.
18 energy. I just combine for optimal violence.
Reach heaven through violence.
It's the last round, so get all the violence out you can.
See how much health people have. Part of me is tempted to just hope for large combined, but that's silly. But
I
is
just
it silly?
realized something, but I'm going to mention what it is later.
Actually,
Oh. I totally forgot that I actually had more things to do during your turn, but I forgot to do them, so it's fine. I technically had my innate 2000s component combine actions to use, which would have changed things ever so slightly, I think. Like I said, I forgot it. That's on me, because I may use them.
we're gonna go to and we're just gonna slash.
Optimized violence.
So that is one hit. Then I'm going to Aether Waltz. Get it on the point. Roll the Starpoint dice.
So I think that was, what, 1 damage on the Izzy?
Yes,
Yes.
1 damage on the Izzy, but can't be retaliated because wasn't a target. A 4. Move any ally 4 hexes towards a Starpoint. Towards a Starpoint. Towards it. And that will be turn.
Okay. I will move my go 3000. 1, 2.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to mortar shell barrage your Glah.
Right. Show the damage. That is definitely a murdered Claw. See, the silly play I was hoping for was spin, Starpoint, get the combine.
The error I realized I made was moving Einar off of here actually allowed him to put the go here, which is more dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 1 to roll my dice. 2. Move any Starbot point 2 hexes. I don't.
Bring me up here. Not back!
And that'll be my turn.
Your turn, Epic.
Oh, right, 'cause you're in. Oh, right,
Yeah.
you have big robots parked.
I gave up my activation for the turn by using up the Gothenade.
Gotcha. And now you just have a giant robot
Yeah. Now I'm just chilling, hanging out, thriving.
thriving, minding your business. What we're going to do is we're going to move the Ive 2. Oh, wait. Spend a point on the Starpoint dice. Four. Move any ally 4 hexes towards 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna Resonant Fencer your Izzy.
So you need 2 3-ups.
Not
Two
gonna
2 up,
happen.
but not gonna happen. But I'm
But
gonna
he
recharge
has evade.
Oh, well, I still get a recharge on that. On that one.
I'm going to retaliate.
All right. Roll the bones.
That's 2.
Who are you gonna target?
I'm gonna target the thing that just tried to shoot me.
Fair deal.
The Ive. So that's 2 blaze light.
That is going to be 2 damage.
And blaze.
So that means it cannot move further. That'll be my activation.
Okay. I will. One, 2, 3.
Keeping the Izzy off the center star point so that you can steal it for yourself.
And I'm going to use my last energy to roll the star point. 2, 1, 2.
All right. Now it is my activation.
So
Interesting show.
does Blaze's action or movement?
That's movement, so that actually kills the Ive.
Right.
This kills the Ive. And does that deal me a damage?
It
It
does.
would, yeah.
because The robot did die.
All right. Yeah, I have no means of actually meaningfully hurting Dars, so I'm just gonna see how much I can hurt.
Yeah, I'm
Snake.
just a spectator in the corner now.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point all I can do is meaningfully hurt Snake, so I'm gonna move 3 with
Got
Athriel.
13 health between my robots, and they're both
3.
defense buffed.
And I'm going to fire at your Izzy for 3
With what?
with my Athriel, so with my Resonant Sky Fencer, which needs 2 ups because of your evade.
Yes.
So all 3 of these have to be 2 higher. Which,
Perfect.
wow, exact. So that's a kill.
Okay.
2 integrity or 2 valor damage.
2 Valor damage.
At
Yeah.
this point, we can't. Dars wins.
Yeah, at this point, Dars wins.
Big
There's-
cash money in the corner.
In theory, can you? You could in theory Aether Wind. I don't know if it
I don't have the
matters.
energy.
Ah, okay.
But yes, that would have done 2 to Dars. 1 to... No matter what, I don't have a means to do 4 damage to Dars. So... It just kind of happens.
Okay, so yeah, it goes back to you. You get to use your Amour to move it one space. End of round happens. And then I take 2 damage, you take 2 damage, which leaves me just 1 mere point above Snake. The power of the corner.
Seems like Ganith was maybe a little. Well, I think honestly, I feel like the new Starpoint changes did help with the mobility for Ganith.
The favorable her mobility helped keep me in the game for any amount of that. I'm just very lucky that my Actel didn't just fold in the center there with 2 HP remaining. Ooh, Ultra Combine though. Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Just ridiculously long turns.
Ridiculously long turn during your turn.
Yo, dog, I heard you like turns. So.
Which technically should have been longer since I had 2 more actions to use from the Innate 2000. Which would have just amounted to more spread out grenade damage and another bubble shield on it and Ganith.
Do we have all the questions that came up in the feedback channel for Breeze whenever he gets around to it? Hopefully.
I think all my questions ended up in there already. We might get some kind of clarified wording on ignition for the future. And also for... Okay, never mind, I already asked the other one in there. But yeah, since ignition is written to work as it can activate after combining, but then we've got final ignition that's worded differently. I wonder if they need some kind of updated wording to make sure they grok well with Starpoint.
I'm assuming final ignition is supposed to work the same way as normal ignition, and just like it makes energy plus ignition. But
I'm also wondering if it's intended to allow robots with ignition to act immediately, or if they should go into the turn rotation.
Breeze
like
said immediately was how it's supposed to be.
Okay, so that's fine then.
I know he's been like thinking about it, but as far as like the current state of things, that's as far as I'm aware what they're currently working with. So, well, does anybody have any last words for the stream?
Stay in school.
Unfortunately, I was unable to disprove Breeze about team viability in Starpoint. For example, gonna have to get back to the drawing board on that.
I mean, look, the most viable team got crushed, and the team that we expected to do poorly won. So,
Ethereal did have the debuff of being right in the middle of our 2 teams instead of being corner to corner from anyone.
that is true. So this is how Ethereal can lose Starpoint.
So I feel like that's actually a feedback piece for 3-player. Being the guy in the middle is rough.
Yeah.
Because even the most mobile team in the game got pounded down by just being stuck between an aggressive team and a team that can just lob at you defensively.
Pretty much.
So I guess that's a note I'll leave in feedback.
Well, it sounds like that's that. So, Aegis Kickstarter, I'll channel my inner Breeze here. Aegis 2 Kickstarter coming January 17th. So make sure to, go to the Kickstarter page and click the follow button so that you're notified when it goes live. Thanks everybody for coming out, and thanks to you 3 for joining in and playing the game. And we'll be back with possibly another stream later December. If not, we'll definitely be here in January. So thanks everybody for coming out, and see y'all later.